pictures of us, I'm just a little concerned. Oh my gosh.
When did that?
I was told about it last Thursday. I think the baseball team may have done it.
So we know, we have an idea of, how about making them pay a little test?
Well, that's what I kind of asked Mr. Lester to show you all the picture. I guess that's what we will.
Is that ceiling we're looking at, I assume?
Some of it, and some of it's walls, yes. And then a new exit sign that I just put in about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, I see.
Was it just happening after school?
Yes. And to let you know, Ken Hugart from the school facilities will be here tomorrow on our annual review of the SBA monies that we got with the geothermal and the Green Back Air Conditioning. I'd like to talk to him maybe again tomorrow about that computer issue. I was telling Mr. Lester today. I was up last Friday at the high school changing the filters in the system. I found Miss Wiley wasn't there on Friday. I don't know who got into her room, but the heat was on 80 and all she did. It just about knocked me down.
It hasn't been cold enough all winter, has it? Heat on 80.
I know myself, she had someone was there, nobody was there, the door was
Nobody,
locked.
I mean, the door, no, it was locked. I had done locked it in, so
The
I'm
door
not
was
sure
locked.
whether it was done Thursday evening or when on, and then it was Friday when I went in and changed the filter a bit.
Is this a gentleman that you've talked to before about this?
Yes, sir. That's the fellow that I had come and show you the slide presentation.
Okay, can we, we're gonna look at it, we probably need to get a couple outfits to,
Well, hopefully that was something he had mentioned, maybe we can, I don't know if we can, is get through SBA funding, try to help us out
but we still need to,
a couple different ways.
yeah, because it's gonna be, and it's a savings over the years. So, you know, if you can get that heat back, even like one room from 80 to, you know, 55, 60, it's gonna save a lot, because, yeah, I'm sure that's happening everywhere.
Oh,
Karen,
yeah.
was that the same system that they have out in Pendleton County?
That's, they got one in Webster, I'm not sure about that. Oh, yes, they do have that. I'm sorry, you are correct. Yes, ma'am. I believe they,
It's just a matter of, what I mentioned is, you know, if you get two different companies looking at it, or three, or something like that, you see, compare and go from there. If you go with one person, if it's going to be a certain amount, we've got to put it out and bid anyway. So
I did talk to Mr. Lester and Ms. Irvin too about some of the heat issue at the bus garage. Y'all may want to look, I think I might have told you about the one guy that kind of did have some big paddle fans. So I'm going to look at installing those in so we can drive that heat down instead of being up in the ceiling. And I think there was an issue too, somebody had asked about the gutter at the Monica Middle School. I did get the gutter put on the front of the building. Reliable Roofing done that, and we were going to do 46 feet on the back of the building, but I looked at that gutter and I refused it because the width wasn't the same, and there was no way I was going to match up.
Those paddle fans, before you go on, did you get a price on that last
I
time?
think, yes, I think that fella told me it was, I need to call him, confirm that, but it was between $150 to
That's what I was
$200 a
thinking.
piece.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
I think he said he had 4, which we could maybe get by with 3, make sure the building is safe.
I think that makes a big difference.
Also had the freezer go out at the high school, so I've had to order a whole new, R22 is going to be becoming a thing of the past. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that system to a 404A. And it should be in, I'll have to call in the morning. I called the guy this evening and the truck hadn't run yet, so we'll have to go pick that. Also going to try to get this week, we've got the fiber optic cable that has to go in at the high school. So I've got to get a ditch in, put a 4-inch conduit in for them to run that in. Michigan Utilities was there this morning and marked the cable and stuff, so we're trying to get that dug up. Also talked to Mr.
What do you have to do?
I've got to put a 4-inch schedule 40 line in from the back of the power pole there to behind the cafeteria. It's about 150 feet to the cafeteria. And then the phone company will come in and install the fiber optic cable and hook up on the inside of the building. There's also, I talked to Mr. Lester about, there's a big old water tank. I don't know if you remember that or not, Mr. Vance, it's back in the kitchen area. I hadn't hooked that last year because it hasn't been in service, but it was full of water. We're going to have to cut that out tomorrow evening too in order to get the panel and stuff set in for that fiber optic.
Still got water in it?
No, sir. I cut the water lines last year, took all that out because I was afraid if it was so over the tank that we may have problems. So.
But you're saying you just need to put the cable,
I'm just